paying money to rest. You are not paying to rest, like to sleep. You're not paying to sleep. There are people, before they could go to bed, they have to take medication. They can't even sleep. You have it free of charge. Then you don't want to rest. Let me tell you something. You don't have to end your rest. You don't have to end your rest. You are already worthy of it. So why don't you make use of it? Why don't you use it? Why must your body shut down on you before you use it? Hey beautiful souls, we are live at your favorite podcast show, the podcast where we get to peel back layers of our everyday life, and also we get real on what is actually going on with us. And not to forget, we create a space for us where we don't have to escape from anymore. I am your host, P. Candy, and you know the drill. So today we're going to be discussing about being burnt out. Most people like to refer to it as, being tired. But I want you to know that there is difference between being tired and being burnt out. Being tired can be caused because you stayed up all night, you stayed up too late watching movie, doing Netflix and chilling, or, you being able to playing video game all night or doing something that you couldn't get enough sleep and you're so exhausted and tired. That is referred to you being tired. Being burnt out is linked to you being emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted. Most of the time, it's caused by you constantly stressing yourself, constantly overworking yourself. And also, being burnt out tends to drain your energy. And it does not just drain your energy, it drains your motivation to do something, to do whatever you want to do, to focus, to embark on any journey or anything. It drains that motivation. It drains your joy. It drains your sense of self. And you don't tend to remember who you are and how to be able to handle the situation because you're stressed and you're exhausted. And due to most of the time, we tend to overlook it. We tend to look down on it. And that's why in our society now, it is very, very common. It's rampant. To the point that the World Health Organization in 2019 had to declare it as a syndrome. That's how real it can get. People just look at it, oh, I'm burnt out, oh, I'm tired. You don't even know that you can be diagnosed to the fact that you're burnt out. It's a syndrome. That's like you could do your research and you see. And most of the time, for people to be burnt out, what can easily cause that, walk of life, finances, family, work, things happening around you can all contribute to you being burnt out. For example, this year, 2025, if you say the amount of the way that so many people being diagnosed of the syndrome that they are burnt out, why are people being burnt out? Why? And when you pay attention, you understand that the society has already made it feel like if you choose to rest, you're considered as being lazy. But if you're grinding 24/7, you're considered as being hardworking. Do you see how messed up that is? If you choose to want to take a time for yourself, to calm yourself down, remember that, okay, everything is not about work, then you are lazy. You're not hardworking. But once you're grinding 24/7, everyone is seeing you, you are heta-sketa, you carry the whole world on your shoulder, then you're very hardworking. You're constantly grinding 24/7. Consider it like this. Even the system you use at work, your phone, sometimes the battery shuts down. You need to charge it. Your system, you leave it and it charges. That is how human body is. You have to let your body relax. You have to let your body rest. And if resting is considered as laziness and grinding 24/7 is considered as being hardworking and you're not falling behind, that also tends to make you feel like resting is something that makes you feel like you're not doing enough. And most of the time too, when we get home and let's say after the whole work and after school, after what we're doing, when we get home and we're supposed to rest, put the phone one side, then the next thing you are in group chat, replying group messages, you're scrolling through your phone, trying to reply, text, see what is happening. To keep scrolling, not giving our brain time to rest or, to reboot, and we don't log out. Let's not also forget the boss of the bosses, the economic pressure that is imposed on everyone from 18 upwards. Everyone is in a high speed. Everybody wants to make that money. Everybody wants to cash out that money. Everybody wants to have it all figured out. And the fact that social media is not even helping. Like, you're struggling with things, you're struggling with life, and you come to social media. The next thing, someone is buying house at the age of 20. Someone is buying house at the age of 19, at the age of 18, and you're like, oh, you can't even afford to get yourself a good lunch, a good breakfast. But then someone your age is having their life, in a certain direction, a certain pattern, and just you mount the pressure on yourself. Let's even talk about the finances, the money. You got to pay bill. Life is not cheap. It's very expensive. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay fees. You have to take care of yourself. You have to do grocery. You have to do so many things. And that's why in this our age, being burnt out is very common. Very common. Most people are juggling 2 to 3 jobs, doing full-time job, doing full-time studying, and you're asking yourself, is this a balance? Are you having a balanced life, or are you just surviving? Of course you're surviving. That is surviving. You can collapse in any of the jobs. You could be so tired, so burnt out that you can just faint out of stress, out of the amount of stress you're putting on yourself, out of the amount of workload on you. All the time, when people are burnt out, they don't even know they're already burnt out. You you don't see the signs. You don't see the signs that you're already burnt out. You go to bed, sleep for complete 8 hours, and you wake up very tired. Wake up feeling like you've not slept. Now, you're already burnt out. But because you're not paying attention, you don't know that. Sometimes it could show itself. Let's say you used to enjoy going to school, you used to enjoy going to work, you used to enjoy doing things that you love, you used to enjoy painting, you used to enjoy, dancing, you used to enjoy doing what you want to do. But all of a sudden now, it means nothing. It's meaningless. You're not interested. You don't want to do it. Yeah, you used to say, that's nice. But you don't know why you need to do it. There is no meaning attached to it anymore. To you, there is no value attached. But this was something that you love doing. This is cool. School is going to change your life in a certain way. But now, you lose interest. You lose any atom of value you have in regards to school. You lose any atom you have in regards to your work, in regards to doing what you want to do, in regards to following your passion and stuff. Everything becomes meaningless, and you don't know that is being burnt out. In other cases, when you rest, you feel very guilty. You feel like you have this sense of guilt in you for resting, for taking time to take care of yourself. You are acting like if anything happened to you now, that there is a clone of you somewhere that they will bring, put you in the world, and it will have your memory, but a different body. You're acting like this is not the only life, the only body you have, that you need to maintain it because that's what will keep you going, what will keep you to be able to achieve your dream. That without this, you having your full body like this, you're not able to achieve it. If anything happened to you and you're in the hospital, now the next thing you're praying is that God let you heal, let you be okay. Every other thing you're chasing in life, that you don't even remember it. Now you're praying for survival. You're praying to live. So why not you take your time to take care of yourself and not feel guilty for resting, not feel guilty for taking your time to acknowledge that you're stressed and take a step back and reboot, rebrand, find yourself, and then you can start again. You can continue. You don't have to back to back until you crash. Sometimes it's good, being burnt out could show itself in a way where You snap. Little things you're snapping, you're shouting, you're screaming on top of your voice, like, hey. You snap for any little thing. When you lose sense of concentration on whatever you're doing, your sense of concentration on focusing on something is gone. And you're not noticing the fact that you're burnt out because you choose not want to notice that you're losing it. You don't want to see that you're losing it, that you're burnt out. You need to step back. And one time I was having a conversation with my friend and she said something. She said that she doesn't rest. And I asked her why. She said reason because she feels like if she rests, she'll start falling behind. And I'm asking, why? Why do you feel like that? She's saying that all her life she's used to everybody doing 24/7, working back to back, in which I don't have any issue with. Where I have the issue is that you feel like if you take your time to rest, all of a sudden you will fall behind. And I told her one thing, which is one same thing I'll tell you here. Whether you are there or you are not there, life will continue. So if you kill yourself for something that would always be there even when you are no longer here, who did you help? You did not help anybody. You did not help anybody. You even did yourself a disservice. But now, here is the kicker, yeah? This, my friend, she ended up getting hospitalized. And I was like, I didn't know why, but we were told that she collapsed at work and she was taken to the hospital. But later, when we found out that she was exhausted, she was stressed. And she was diagnosed with the syndrome of being burned out, that she's mentally, physically stressed, that they even have to give her all this leave stuff to like stay off work for some time. Because why your brain has not gotten to it, has been working the whole time. That's why when they say you read, you rest, you study, you rest, at least your brain tends to rest and process what you already read. Then you can come back again. You don't just hit, jump, so many things in one head. When you are not a computer, when you are not a robot. I know someone that is listening to me now be saying in their mind, oh, I will take my 2 weeks vacation. I will take my 3 weeks vacation. I will take 1 month vacation and then I will rest there. My dear, look at me. You look at me. You don't need that vacation to be able to rest. You don't need that vacation to be able to rest. You can start resting from now. Taking 10 minutes walk out of your lunch break. Walk around. Breathe fresh air. Let your body move. Let your mind clear. You can take 10 minutes walk. You can take 5 minutes of breathing air. Just go out. Breathe fresh air. Or you can just, on your phone, turn it on airplane mode. Turn off your internet. Go down memory lane. Go down to your pictures and your videos. Watch, laugh. Remind yourself how far you've come. Think about you. Just laugh. Smile. Just do something to just let you release whatever the tension or whatever it is that is making you feel tired, weak, exhausted from overstressing yourself. Another thing that I've noticed, you should learn to be someone that is very serious when it comes to you. Because if you don't take yourself serious, who else will take you serious? Like, for example, let's say 12 midnight, someone is sending you text message, they're sending you a voice note, they're sending you email, they want you to do something, do that, do this. It's okay when it's an emergency, but when it's like a regular thing that is the time. 12 midnight is when you should be resting. 11 p.m. is when you should be prepping to go to bed, or you should already be asleep. So it's not a must that you must respond. Nobody is your God. They don't own you. So if you don't take care of yourself, who will? And if you feel like you must do this, you must do that, the world would not end if you off your phone and sleep. The world would not end if you off your laptop and go to bed. The world would not end if you don't reply that message. The world would not end if that message is going to cause you sleepless night. Why don't you reply it? Why don't you overlook it? Must you respond? The world wouldn't end if you don't respond. So drop it and go to bed. Please take care of yourself. And another thing I want you to have in mind, don't punish yourself for needing a break. You need to rest. You need to take a chill pill. You need to step back and recharge. Because why? You not be machine. You're not a machine. You're not a robot. You're not an AI. I keep saying that. You are a human being. Blood flows through your brain. You have sense. You have thinking faculty. You have bone. You have teeth. You have tongue. You have everything that is naturally made by God in you. So, don't punish yourself. Take your time to rest. And also, don't forget to have a good time with your family, siblings, friends, co-workers. You could share what you're going through. You're burnt out, you're being exhausted, you're stressed, you're overworked. You can share. You will be surprised how many people are going through the same thing you're going through, but them too, they're not speaking out. So when you now speak out to somebody that you feel like you could be confiding in on how stressed you are, and like you guys are, sharing the same experience, it could let you understand, okay, I am not just the only one feeling this. Someone else is feeling the same thing, which means this work, this school, this thought thing, this thing that I'm doing, this business is stressing me. Which means I need to step back and, I need to step